Hi, I'm Kevin Klein, City Councillor for Charleswood, Tuxedo Westwood, and Chair of the Winnipeg Police Board. I want to bring you inside City Hall for a moment and talk about COVID-19 and the impact it's having on City Hall. Recently, during our work, which I have spoken about before with a group of residents reviewing the budget, we discovered that the UPass, touted as being a $15 million loss, is in fact a profit, and a profit of well over $30 million. That's just one item that we've been able to confirm thus far using the data that has been provided to us by the city. We're finding more and more out on a daily basis. We often talk about growing to 1 million people strong. Our debt under this Bowman budget is growing to 2 billion strong. That's $2 billion. That's over $2,000 owed by every single resident, regardless of age. 10 years ago, that was about $700. That's quite an increase, more than threefold in the last 10 years. And that's what concerns me most. I don't want to politicize what's happening with COVID-19. This is a serious time. It's a stressful time. My friends, many of them have anxiety. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to believe. And all I'm going to say about that is make sure you go to credible websites. Health Canada, Manitoba Health, the World Health Organization. You will find everything you need to know, and it will be accurate on those three websites. But I feel right now, as we are pushing this Bowman budget through, that there's more reasons it's being pushed. And that worries me, and it should worry you. There's policy being introduced in this budget. You may recall in the past I've spoken about the fact that they present the budget as one, operating budget as one package, and the capital budget as one package. Well, inside that package are a number of policy changes that are going to impact you. Yesterday, I spoke to the Finance Committee and begged them to not allow the financial management plan to be approved. They didn't listen. We'll have video of that for you in a little while. Not on this video, but we'll post it to our YouTube page so you can see it. And you can hear how they tried to play it down. How they tried to play down the fact that we have millions of dollars tied up in the stock market and in bonds, and we're losing that money on a regular basis. We have heard that this Bowman budget will be balanced. We know that we're required by law to have a balanced budget, so it's nothing new. What's the truth? The City of Winnipeg budget is balanced because we keep stealing from our rainy day fund, our financial stabilization reserve. And we put it back, and then we have to take some more, and then we put it back. We are leveraging our debt to a point where our cash to capital is the lowest it's been in decades. These are very difficult times. And we have to be prepared for COVID-19, and I applaud our first responders and our emergency management office for having all the right steps in place. Every time we hit a different milestone, something different kicks in, and that's the way to properly manage. When I asked about the financial management plan that we have, are we ready for COVID, and are we ready for the pending flood? Now put the two of those together, are we ready? And the response I got back was, well, we understand the federal government will be handing out money for cities that have had problems. We're going to wait and see what that looks like. That's a gamble. If you recall, the storm cost us anywhere from $10 to $7 million. They never really confirmed that. The province went through the expenses, I am assuming, and gave us $1.5 million. Drastic difference. If that happens again, we're in trouble. That's why I'm asking you to take a moment, call your councillor, call Mayor Bowman's office, and ask him not to put the budget through right now. I sent an email to Mayor Bowman and all members of council, respecting the fact that the mayor has a job to do. But we don't have to put this budget through. We can just approve the mill rate for right now. We could ask the premier for a delay. Give us 4 more weeks, and then we'll get the budget up. Businesses are closing. People are out of work because of this. And we're pushing this through, so much so that for the first time in years, the mayor sent Vivian Santos as the assistant deputy mayor to sit on a committee so he could pass some financial changes. Why? The 2 suggestions that I gave, the 2 options that I offered to Mayor Bowman were very simple. Request the premier to give us a 4-week delay. If anybody from the premier's office is watching, I'm officially asking you to step in. Give this a 4-week delay. Allow the public to digest it more. I also suggested we simply vote on the 2020 budget, not this massive 4-year debt spending strategy. Just to get 2020 in. I understand you want to get part of this passed. Okay, let's do this. Let's just pass 2020. 2, I thought, very fair options. The response from Councillor Gillingham, Scott Gillingham, was, you've had 5 months to work on the budget. That's enough. Scott, 1 week to disseminate 2 massive books that are not even complete with detail, where we have already proven that the information provided is not accurate. A $15 million loss for the UPass? Why? It's a profit. The math shows it. The math proved it. So please call the mayor's office, call your councillor, and ask them to practice some prudence here and not push this through. Let's take our time now and focus on residents, because I can tell you, for councillors that are not on EPC +2, we've been running rampant trying to get more details in, because these meetings are happening like this. There's no opportunity to present properly in this short of time. But I promise you, I will not walk away from the meetings. I will be there, and I will fight for this budget not to be passed the way it is. I'm not going to put your kids in debt, or your grandkids that may not even be born yet, in debt. They'll be in debt the day they're born. I don't want that to happen. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, by all means, leave them on our social media platform. Call our office, 986-5232, or send me an email, kevink@kevinklein.ca. Remember